What's up, guys? Jeff here for Premium Aquatics. Today we got a new box to take a look at. What do we do with boxes? We open them up. Alright, let's see what we got inside. I like what I see already. Finnex, the titanium aquarium heater. This is the HMH 200S 200 watt heater. Very sleek packaging here. Anything else in here? Alright, so we got two heaters. Alright, so we got the two heaters here, and both from Finnex, which this is a brand that I absolutely love. I have Finnex heaters on every single system I have, but yet, even though that I have their heaters on everything, I typically go with a different setup altogether. So this is kind of a new look for me as to what they got going on here. So they're both titanium heaters. It looks like they both have controllers. You have the HMS 200S, then the HMH 200S, both 200 watt heaters. Packaging is about the same. A little bit of a breakdown on the back as to what is actually going on here. And we got some information here on the side. You got the model for each one, 200 watt. The amperage, they're both 1.8A. As far as the control range on these heaters, they're both the same. You got 50 to 94 degrees. And then tank size, you're talking 60 to 80 gallons. Power cord in inches, they're both 55 inches, so you got plenty of power cord. And then controller to heater cord, so the length of the cord between the controller and the actual titanium heater is 35.4 inches. And then the cord sensor, which is, I'm going to have to assume that they have temperature probes built into the controller. That's how it controls stuff, is 47 inches. And then your tube length varies on the two different models. So on the HMH, you got an 11.61 inch titanium tube, and then on the HMS 200S, you got a 11.22. So virtually unbreakable. A couple of interesting facts here. Virtually unbreakable titanium tube with protective guard for both of them. Then you got the 3 digital display control, 1/10 degree temperature calibration, interesting, and then 0.5 degrees Fahrenheit high precision accuracy. So it looks like you get something different with this guy as opposed to you get with this one, which it says it basically exactly the same between these two boxes. The one being a built-in out-of-water sensor. Wow. So you have basically two in the same, but this one has a sensor that is built into it that if this heater becomes exposed to the air, it will recognize that and shut the heater off. Alright, it looks like the controllers are a little bit different too, but let's open these guys up. Oh, it's like a hanging bracket for the controller maybe. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is my favorite brand of heater, and it may have just gotten a little bit better. The controller that I use, you have the ability to swap out the tubes, so that's something that is, I think, a little bit different in comparison to what I'm using. And I think that, you know, that this isn't replacing the heater that I've been using forever. I think it's like the 805. I may be completely wrong on that. I'll have to double check real quick, but so the one thing I do love about that setup that I use is you have the ability to swap out your tubes if your tubes become, you know, old or they need to be replaced or whatever. But it seems by all accounts that you virtually have the same deal with the exception that you cannot replace that. But very nice, well thought out composite guard to protect that tube. It's got suction cups, which you heard, they're pretty grippy, so you're going to be able to place this where you want it. Very dependable temperature probe, pretty simple in its overall layout. Then you have this little clip deal here, which it looks like it just clips in, then you can hang it on the back of the aquarium. I would probably try to avoid hanging this on the back of the aquarium. I'd probably put it somewhere it's going to be dry. Make sure you're using drip loop, so no water is going to this, even though this looks like it's pretty well encased. There is a seam there, but I probably would hang that, or even that's a pretty smooth surface right there. You could take some double-sided Velcro and put that in place. That's not too heavy at all. Actually, I do that with the larger Finnex titanium here. I just take double-sided Velcro tape. You can pick it up at most big stores, and that holds quite a few pounds, and that's definitely more than enough for this. It's virtually going to look exactly the same. The controller is just a little bit different. One of these, the casing's the same, even though that one of these temperature, well, the tubes, titanium tubes, are a little bit bigger than the other. You get a different temperature probe here. A little bit bigger. That's interesting. So it came with two. So this is for your temperature probe, a hanger for your temperature probe. Then you got a hanger for your controller. So we got two different hangers with this one. A little bit different style of a controller, but you have the ability to, I'm going to assume that's pressure sensitive, turn it on, turn it off. I just noticed that CA on both of the controllers, which I'm wondering if that is for calibration. Alright guys, so I gave the instructions a little bit of a read. Pretty straightforward. And it looks like that they provide the same instructions. Doesn't matter which one you buy. So there might be some confusion as to that the HMS heater has the ability to have that water sensor built into it. But it is in fact the HMH series of heaters has that water sensor built into it. The HMS does not. The instructions are the same for each one of them. But two things I really love about this. One, you have a water level sensor built into this heater. So in the event that this were to become exposed, it's going to shut down the heater. No more heat will be produced. And then it also is going to put out an audible alarm notifying you that there is something wrong with this heater. And then you just make the adjustment. You can reset the alarm, and then you're good to go. Next, the most crucial thing that I am incredibly impressed with is the fact that you now have the ability to calibrate the probes. Now, the probes already come calibrated from factory. In the event that you want to calibrate it, you literally just hit CA, press it once, and then you decrease it or increase it. Now, the important part of that is making sure that you have a scientific thermometer. You don't want to just be using some random thermometer, like some digital readout thermometer that you've bought on eBay for 99 cents. This is something that you want to make sure that you have the right tools to be able to calibrate that. I've been running Finnex for a very long time, and I absolutely love their product. I literally have Finnex titanium heaters on every single system that I run. And I am an absolute fan. It's been very good to me. They've been very dependable. I've not had a single issue with a Finnex titanium heater. All in all, these heaters are going to take care of you. They're going to be exactly what you need. And a little bit of redundancy never hurts either. I have run systems with two Finnex titanium heaters on there, and why not, save yourself a little bit of money, maybe get the HMS, have that up and running, and then also utilize the HMH on the same system. You have one set up maybe outside the operating temperature of this one. This is your backup, or even have this one as your front runner and this one as your backup, and if one were to fail, the other one's going to kick on. But huge fan of Finnex titanium heaters. If you guys want to do a little bit more research on these products, there's going to be links in the description below, which will bring you to premiumaquatics.com, where you can do some more research or pick some of these awesome heaters up for yourself. That's going to do it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time right here with a brand new video.